What's up, guys? We got one here from Insolent Audits. Older women realizing they are not wanted anymore and crying on social media. Let's get into it.
Wondering Minds want to know. Hey, 60s and single. I have been going through and reading your comments in my post that I've made about dating and life after 60 and all the things that entails. Well, the question that comes up is, where do we meet someone? And, I've tried the online dating, and, that is hit and miss. It's luck of the draw, but sometimes you get a good one. You never know. But I have not been lucky with that. So I'm thinking I'm going to join a gym. I am going to start going to a church, which I need to. And I'm going to join some networking things and just try to find activities and things that are going on. This is the best time of the year to do it. The holidays are coming up. So, get out and mingle, but make sure that we're mingling with people that are our age, because I don't think that we want to end up with a 20-year-old, or maybe we do. Tell me your thoughts.
Yes, the classic where do we meet someone dilemma. Apparently it's not in the online cesspool we call dating apps. I mean, who knew? But hey, church and the networking events are next up, because nothing screams romance like the awkward potluck and business mixers. And the line about not wanting a 20-year-old, please. A 20-year-old wouldn't want you either unless you're signing their tuition checks or they're into hag maxing. Look, the market isn't what you want. It's about supply and demand. And at 60, the supply is as dry as the Sahara, while the demand is alimony-free lifestyle and freedom. I mean, happy mingling.
Hey guys, I'm just coming on here because I'm just wanting to let everyone know I'm accepting applications for a decent male human that's looking for a pretty cool chick. I just have a few rules and guidelines here. Okay, I mean they're small, no big deal. Okay, just go with me. Maybe not still married and says he's getting divorced and not married. That'd be cool. That I'd be cool with that. Not a narcissist. That'd be awesome. So just non-alcoholic. Somebody who likes to drink but doesn't need to drink. You know what I mean? Like likes to have a good time but doesn't have to have a good time. You know what I mean? We just don't want somebody turning up a handle in the middle of the morning. You know what I mean? And then also like another good one, maybe no polygamists or polyamory folks. That'd be cool. Like, listen, I'm in for a relationship with me and one other person. So that'd be cool. And then maybe somebody who knows how to talk.
Emotional, damn it!
Accepting applications. I mean, how generous. Anyone want to date this worn out alpha widowed former party girl? I mean, a walking red flag factory setting up rules like it's a Fortune 500 job. And no narcissist? I mean, honey, the guy you just friend zoned is probably crafting his self-love speech as we speak. Non-alcoholic, but likes to party. I mean, sure, we'll find a unicorn for you while we're at it. And monogamy only? I mean, that's bold talks in a world where people can't even commit to a Netflix series without skipping episodes. I mean, ladies, maybe try bringing your own accountability to the dating pool next time. It's got better odds than this checklist from Fantasy Island. Next.
Ask anyone in the dating world and they're going to tell you that it's super difficult and it's practically impossible. Apps suck. Meeting people in person sucks. It's just much more convenient to stay in the house. And I feel like I wanted to take a minute to talk a little bit about why the difference, at least when it comes to dating in your 40s, not to say that it's any more difficult or whatnot, but the specific nuances. And I feel like I had a discussion with someone not too long ago about how when you're in your 40s, it's like another level of adulthood. That when you were in your 20s and your 30s, yes, you were an adult, but it was a different kind of an adult. Like you're finding your footing, you're getting your career going, like you're figuring out sort of the kind of human that you're sort of going to like really focus on being for the rest of your life. Like you learn some lessons and like now like you're an adult, right? And then in your 40s, you have your career, you're probably going through your midlife crisis like I'm going through right now. But then other things start coming into reality, right? Like aging parents and retirement and the fact that like the world is kind of really going crazy right now. And then you focus on mental health and like all these different things. And like your body doesn't start working as good as it used to work. And so like it's a different level of adulthood that you are so consumed with focusing on for yourself, because it's not just you, like it's your future and it's the future of maybe if you have kids or your parents or your siblings or whatever, that like those things take up so much of your time that the idea of like investing in a dating app and like trying to filter through all of it and like respond to someone and keep a conversation going like feels just so exhausting. And it's it's enough pressure to just focus on your own life, which isn't really your own life because you're focusing on other things that you have responsibilities for, let alone trying to tell someone like what your favorite food is.
Don't mind the dog here. He's wanting to go for a WALK. I don't want to say it out loud because then he'll know. But it's raining, so he's got to wait until it stops raining. Anyways, what I heard here from her was dating is exhausting. Well, no shit. Yeah, I mean, that's rich coming from the same crowd that turned self-improvement into scrolling Instagram memes. But sure, blame aging parents and midlife crisis. Meanwhile, men in their 40s get told they need a six-pack abs and a six-figure salary just to be considered dateable. What about this finding your footing? It's more like tripping over TikTok trends and mental health hashtags. But here's a pro tip for you, lady. The pressure you're feeling, that's called life. Maybe focus less on your favorite food and more on why apps feel like a dumpster fire. And spoiler, it's not the apps. Anyways, next.
I have mad respect for anybody that takes a hard pass on the kind of stuff that society urges us to do, whether it's date, get married, have a kid, have some, financially successful career and sacrifice your creative urges so that you can, keep $1 million roof over your head or any roof over your head. It's hard to do. I will tell you why I date after 60 or at all. I'm a very neurospicy girl. I don't think I'm on the spectrum, but I am on some sort of spectrum that makes peopling very difficult. If left to my own devices, I would probably stay home, talk to no one, and sort of emerge blinking into the light like Punxsutawney Phil every 3 months and then just say, and go back in. And that's fun for me. But I box myself into a comfort zone that can feel sort of claustrophobic after a while. And so I am in a relationship with someone who is very different than I am. He is an extrovert. I am an introvert. Now, it's hard, and I wouldn't be able to do it if he wasn't a really super golden-hearted, golden-souled person.
I heard exactly that. Wah, 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 wah. But, the mad respect for rejecting society norms. Basically, it's translation, you're broke, bitter, and blaming society because it's easier than taking responsibility. Creativity versus capitalism, it's a classic cop-out. And being this neuro-spicy, as she puts it, that's a new buzzword for socially awkward with flair. Listen, staying at home and playing Groundhog isn't revolutionary. It's sad. And there's a lot of people that actually do that, though. Relationships are work, sure. The real flex isn't dating an extrovert. It's admitting you don't actually want the work. So stick to hibernation. It suits you better than pretending.
He derives energy from parties, from socializing, whereas if my cell phone rings, I get into panic because I'm wondering how I'm going to cobble together the correct response to whatever it is someone's going to be asking me when I pick up the phone. That's kind of how different we are. I can go out and I can derive energy from people, but only certain kinds of people where I feel like there's some sort of connection, because small talk basically puts me into death drain zone. But what I'm saying here is that relationship is ironically easiest for people that don't need them and hardest for the people that do. It's a mirror for me, not just a mirror of what I am, but it's also a mirror of all the gaps in my lived experience where maybe I need to step out of my comfort zone every once in a while and practice not just doing things that I normally wouldn't do, but also in standing for myself, but not against him if an issue ever comes up. The whole boundary thing. And no matter who you're with, there's always going to come a time where a boundary has to be set, where we have to have the courage to say something's okay or something isn't, which is also very hard for me. I never have to do that if I'm sitting in here like Punxsutawney Phil. Much easier to be a groundhog sometimes than a human.
Relationships are hardest for people who need them. I mean, that's groundbreaking, isn't it? I mean, so introverts and extroverts are different. I mean, what gave that away? I mean, here's the thing. If your boundaries feel like barbed wire, maybe the issue isn't relationships, but it's your inability to human properly. And let's stop pretending that stepping out of your comfort zone is some sort of heroic journey. Most men call that Tuesday. Relationships mirror gaps. I mean, sure, but they're also magnifying glasses for entitlement and avoidance. Maybe try fixing that before worrying about boundaries. Anyways, guys, the dating world is a disaster. It's not just because the apps suck. It's because we suck. Decades of feminism, social media, and finding ourselves have left us with dating standards higher than inflation and self-awareness lower than the Congress's approval rating. Men are saying, forget this, going their own way, or grabbing a passport to where traditional values still exist. And meanwhile, women are still juggling entitlement insecurities and wondering why Prince Charming never swipes right. I mean, the solutions are, for men, is to stop chasing, start building, focus on your goals, health, financial freedom. For women, I mean, accept reality, age, attitude, accountability. If that's too much, there's always the bear. The family unit isn't dead. It's just waiting for people who don't treat relationships like a job interview. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video here. If you like what you've seen today, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below on what you think. I'm going to go walk my dog, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.